Hey everyone, welcome back to Crypto Cash. Thanks again for joining me here. Hope you're having an amazing day. We're taking a quick look here at MATIC, seeing what's going on with this guy. We're going to take a look at the backend data as well. Obviously, understand best practice and really what we should be doing here in the near future for a coin like this that is essentially creating a lower high. It's due for a lower low and maybe one more lower high. We'll talk about that and what I mean by that here with Elliott Wave and a few other things. But I do want to kind of preface and say thank you for the wonderful feedback I've been receiving for the extra videos I've been making and just the extra content. So deeply appreciate it. Thank you. You can reward me by saying, comment below. Let me know what's going on with your MATIC trades. Like the video too, that greatly helps. And obviously here as well, jumping over to Bitunix, we had some excellent feedback also with most of my new members with this excellent little trading reward. But basically there are no VPN, no KYC required exchange. They've been around for a long time. And if you use my link below, you will qualify for some additional benefits. So be sure to check that out. Again, thanks for the wonderful feedback and the opportunity, Bitunix, for just an awesome exchange. It's really rare to have no VPN, no KYC, like actually a competent exchange in the market. Really like that. So what I want to talk about here with MATIC is a few key factors on the daily. First of all, let's go ahead and talk about the big picture. We are starting to see the RSI taper off. We have a MACD divergence on the horizon. So as I've mentioned previously, MATIC is due for a correction, but once more, we might have already corrected it. Okay, so just because we're potentially diverging doesn't mean we have to. The price action could very well bounce. And we could also see the RSI start to come back up, but it's actually okay and healthy for the RSI to come down. We just want it to kind of bounce off 50 or turn itself around soon. As long as the money flow stays high, we should be in good shape. We can identify that on smaller time frames. Let's look at the 4-hour time frame just to kind of get perspective there for the money flow. We can kind of see that's at an extremely low point. This is a common occurrence for entry, though. You got to keep in mind when the RSI and the money flow index are super low, it's cause for reversal. And what I mean by that is if you look at previous times when the money flow index came down and the RSI stayed over 50, price continued higher. This is slightly different with the RSI being below 50. We may need to wait for a little bit longer for the price to bottom out. But the truth is, with these previous levels here of liquidity that still need to be swept in the upper region, but also we have this low point here where the price action hasn't crossed this plane yet. So if you take a look at that, 1, 2, 3, 4, there's multiple times where we retest this lower level. Okay, now I know what you're thinking. Okay, great, that's a support level. Also not great too, because the more often you test the level, the more likely it is to break. Okay, so you got to understand here. Nice to have this little consolation, but I don't think it's like 100% valid. I do think this could be just somewhat of a dead cat bounce, kind of letting us know, hey, we're overextended, we're trying to recover, but we may not have enough gas in the tank to continue higher. So once more, I'm just kind of letting you know, it's better to presume a price will continue in the wrong direction, especially when you have multiple attempts to break that level, and it hasn't yet. I think we're due for a correction, and what I mean by that is we might actually break down lower. We do have a previous month close at 77 cents, so we do have some support. Please understand that I'm not bearish on this coin. I just think it might be realistic to see the price pull back a little further. But let's double check this here, because we look at the back end data here, right? This is MATIC in the last 7 days. Look at how hard liquidation got hit at about 81, 82 cents. So we got a lot of longs got wiped out. So truth is the market movers don't have a lot of juicy targets anymore. They could push the price action down further. It's not going to reward them as much. That said, we have a decent amount of reward up here at $96 to $99. Okay, so that's like a situation where we got to kind of be aware of that. So all in all, in summary, MATIC has truly bearish behavior here, but we want to kind of wait and hesitate to take a trade, I would feel. While it seems nice to kind of take a long at this level, we don't have any guarantee the price will continue higher. One last thing we want to look at is the moving averages here, and we are below the 20 and the 50. Those are typically not the greatest indications. While we are maintaining over the 100, we did lose this recent trend line too. So I'm not super convinced that MATIC is back on the road recovery. What I want to see here is a closure above the cloud, because if we look at the hourly here, we're still well below the cloud. So we really have there's no reason to take a trade right now for the long. Okay, there's literally 0 out of 0 telling us, or 0 out of 3 indications saying take a long position right now. In fact, it's actually saying to keep your short position open. Okay, so we have more potential for the price to come down now that we rejected off this lower level here. Okay, so again, just some things to kind of think about. I'm still slightly leaning more towards further downside, but once more, that lower liquidity level has been swept, so I wouldn't be surprised we see some kind of a weird recovery. We're gonna have to pay attention to this one here. We'll look at it again later. If Bitcoin can recover and close at 36.5, 36.6 today, then I think MATIC has a solid chance. You got to understand this decrease in value. It's a lot to do with Bitcoin selling off in the last 48 hours. Yeah, so again, a lot of little things kind of to take into consideration, plus the Bitcoin altcoin dominance situation there. I talk about that in my Bitcoin video. Be sure you watch that. I record that twice a day. But at this point here, I think no trade is the best trade. Just hang out on the sidelines. It's okay. You don't need to FOMO in. It's all right. Let everyone else get rich and brag about their 100x leverage trades. Trust me, 5x leverage does plenty. All right. If you want to kind of be part of that, again, jump on over here. Took some fantastic audio trade here recently. Near protocol, what we hit our third target for near 50-60%. And these are little scalps here on our plus group. Good 14-15% for our avalanche. I think that was a long, followed by some shorts as well. All right, folks. Thanks again for watching. Have a good rest of your day. Greatly appreciate the like and follow. Have a good one. We'll talk to you soon. See you tomorrow. Take care.